towards the bottom of the leaderboard. Look at that placement now, 15th, right? That question mark was there. I think we're in qual range. You are definitely in qual range if you are 15th right now. A couple more points might secure it for you, but it is looking good for them right now.
Yeah, if they can keep hitting shots like that, they'll be well on their way to being in that qual range and being secure, right? So I think the big thing from them is not to let this win always, get them too excited, right? Stick to what's been working for you and sort of go with that going into this last one. I mean, again, I'm just still mesmerized by some of the shots. They were putting on a clinic in that end game.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting that, you have one in Sphinx that maybe talks a lot about what they would consider each other, and then Pollo doesn't talk apparently at all. But yet they're sitting here racking up 12 eliminations in game number 4 of the Global Championship upper bracket. I did not think we'd see any duo break double digits, and they just went on and did it, Vivid.
Yeah, absolutely incredible stuff. Now we get the opportunity to look at the standings. Acorn and Cole, they're pulling away with their lead. Still in first place, but Queasy and Beto also managed to hold on to second place. Cammy and Seti, they are on the rise.
That top 3 looks all too familiar, right? You look at, if you were to analyze this whole year and look at who have been the best teams all across the world, these guys, that top 3 in particular has just been 3 of the biggest names you mentioned.
Yeah, but see, I'm looking towards 10th place right now. Thomas, HD, and Malibuga, right? I said 23rd place coming into this game. It wasn't comfortable. So they went ahead and clutched up this game. But there was more than just one clutch this game.
Yeah, they were going crazy, right? I think we all talked about how they needed to start to step it up. And they finally did. Malibuga and Thomas started to cook. And I think we know them as being incredible individual players. But when they start doing things like this, Thomas going up on high, he doesn't care who's there. He just knows he wants it, and they take it so well. Of course, his players things win the game, and they sort of shut them up with a really big shot. But these guys throughout that end game were incredibly dominant, showing off why they are revered as one of the favorites for this tournament.
And I wonder what put them in a situation where they didn't have those mats, right? What led up to that ultimately where, because if they had materials, it feels like that's an easy closeout, right? But they're kind of put in a situation where Pollo Seeds on the low ground of all things, they have materials, they have the angles. You're sitting there like a fish in a barrel like, yep, we're going to jump down. You've got your angles. We hope we'll hit ours.
Yeah, I mean, listen, when you go up for high ground right, we saw them, they had to go ahead and contest the high ground right when they got the eliminations. It takes a lot of materials to go ahead and actually build up there. So you have to make sure that all of your builds kind of stay supported and stuff like that. So that's probably why they were out of materials. And then not to mention, Pollo and Sphinx just picking up so many eliminations on the low ground, almost impossible for them not to have those builds necessary.
Just siphoned it again, right? It goes a long way, whereas Thomas and Sullivan weren't quite able to do everything that they were getting. Just, part of the trade, especially when you're up there on high as well towards the end of the game. Yeah, standard procedure, but they won't be upset with that game. They'll be very happy, especially when you look at the previous games they've had.
And, I got to mention, right, that Thomas HD Malibuga clutch also on Malibuga with the 1v2. Actually awesome stuff, and honestly, coming into this, they should have been expecting stuff like this, because throughout this chapter, Malibuga and Thomas, they have done that 7 times where one of them have gone down early, and they've clutched it up.
No easy feat, especially when you look at the competition they've been facing. Thomas, towards the start of the day, said, look, I've faced much better competition off Spawn than Canada and Ages, right? So I'm used to doing this. And if he's able to 1v2 against players like that, they'll be confident they can 1v2 against Canada and Ages as well. So really good to see that happen. Like you said, the 2 clutches for them in that game.
You guys talk about Thomas HD, and I'm thinking Thomas HD, probably one of the best snipers in the world. Then I kind of flash back to mid-game. I want to just quickly highlight King with 2 of the back-to-back most disgusting snipes we've seen today.
Unbelievable. King is the kind of player that's always going to keep that special moment, right? We all think back to the World Cup times, right? When he eliminated TFU, we were hyped thinking, we were nervous as Argentinian kid taking out TFU, right? Here again today. We expect Thomas HD to be the sniper machine. King sitting everybody down. You were saying it during the game, right? There was 200 down the low surge.
Yeah.
And then a couple minutes later, there's 600 above. That's ridiculous, all from his snipes alone.
Those shots were absolutely clutch for sure. But now let's talk about the clutch that is necessary for teams that are in the bubble.
That's right, 25. The top 25 will go on to Sunday. Take a look right now. M. Sherry and Rue sitting on that bubble. 68 points is the minimum going into these next games. Just take a look at some of the names, even just down there in 30th, right? Cooper and Joe right there on the bubble. Cheetos and PH in as well. But as we've seen, it just takes one good game, and you can just change every High and Snazy. M8, go out there. Yo, Snazy and Potus High.
They're asleep. I am blue.
There they are. Y'all can hear them in the ground. They're going crazy. But even someone like Booga and Brent, right, they've kind of been relatively quiet. Currently sitting in 34. They can make up the ground, but they really need to come online here in this last game.
Yeah, 100%. You know, we are at the Global Championship, right? Let's talk about regional representation in that top 5 or top 25 right now. EU, there are currently 13 duos. NA currently has 8 duos, and then 1 for each of the regions in OCE, Brazil, Middle East, and Asia. So that is currently what the regional breakdown is looking like so far for the upper bracket.
Yeah, I think for me personally, the NA teams have impressed so much, right? Of course, they do make up a big part of the lobby, but I think what we've seen is not just the trailblazers, the typical NA teams you expect to dominate, some of the ones just in that beneath tier, right, that have come through and really made their mark on stage, right? Showed us that they aren't just here to sort of hang around and enjoy, Copenhagen and have a good time, find a girlfriend, some of them are saying, right? They're not even here to actually try and win, right? That's what it's all about for them, right? So, the priorities on a lot of these NA players are clearly, to come here and show the other regions what they got.
Yeah, and we kind of talked about this back in Major 2, right? At the end of it, I asked you the question, Levin, do you think NA hangs if we get to globals? At the time, it was no, right? And I think for a lot of players in NA, they're thinking, okay, 11-2K, we'll see you at LAN then. Because it feels like NA is playing with a chip on their shoulder, and I also kind of want to play a little bit of devil's advocate. What if we're revealing strategies a little too soon? What if EU is like, yeah, you guys are ahead. That's cool. Then Championship Sunday, they're like, okay, so we were just holding it all back. We were letting you play out there thinking you had something. It's all a show.
Maybe not an element of showing strats too early, but definitely let's not get ahead of ourselves, right? It's just day one, it's just the upper bracket, right? The final's coming, right? And that's when we've got to be looking at the leaderboard and really going, okay, how are the NA teams doing, how are the EU teams doing? I think once we get to that point, that's when we can really start to give that analysis of, regionally around the world who looks the strongest. I'm still going to say the EU boys, right? But there are some top NA teams out there that are showcasing that they can hang with any of them.
Yeah, I mean, listen, NA teams are finding themselves out there. I'm very happy to see so far the performance out of some of the top ones.
Okay, let's take a look at some of the stats we're seeing here out of the competition so far. This is the upper bracket. Let's break it down by the numbers. Currently, as we look at this list. Okay, most eliminations. Here we go. Acorn and Cole, that's not surprising, right? They're currently sitting in that number 1 spot. It makes sense. Queasy and Benno right behind, though. Do you guys feel like this is the level of aggression we would see coming into day number 1 of the competition?
For me, probably, yeah, I'd say, right? I think, especially seeing those two teams there is great for me in terms of Acorn and Code, Queasy, Vino. I look at Vino, I look at Code as individuals. Throughout the year, they were the 2 players I think were going head-to-head for, best player in the world a lot of the year. So to see them up there in terms of eliminations just makes sense.
You love to see it. Guess what? Fortnite fam, it is time. The last game of the day here in the upper bracket is about to kick off. So casters, on over to you.
Thanks so much, Zeke, Vivid, and 11 for all the insight on the analyst desk. But our final game of today's upper bracket, match number 5, is just on the horizon. We've seen so many teams now in that 26th and 50th position to escalate themselves into the top 25.
O mikrofon
You don't have to worry about tomorrow's matches, Jacob. They want to make sure that they are already guaranteed for champions.
Some teams, they just have to do the bare minimum. Other teams, they need a top placement, and then some teams need a win and you're in scenario. And I just want to go ahead and talk about Kanata and Agers, Thomas and Malabuka. Thomas and Malabuka have, narrowly clinched their spot. You saw them into the top 10. Kanata and Agers around 39th place. They're one of the teams I'm talking about, a top 10 finish, but they have to be able to survive that off-spawn battle, which hasn't really been going their way today.
Even just now, we saw the collection of players just outside of where Queasy and Venno are sitting. I mean, it was Threats. We also saw Kanata there, and the conversation that he looked like he was having with Thomas, maybe he's like, hey, man, chill on me at that drift bridge, because this 50-50 is not the kind of 50-50 that Kanata and Agers were hoping for at the start of today. But again, when you keep in mind the fact that Kanata and Agers, coming out of being recent FNCS champions from Major 3, I'm I'm sure they have it in them to make the comeback.
Yeah, and I think Pollo and Spinks from NA have really shown. And one thing I want to talk about is when the regions were separated, when we had NA East, when we had NA West, nobody gave NA West a single chance. Even myself said it might take a month. It might take a major for them to get in that groove, but there are a number of not only NA teams, but these NA players boosting to the top of the leaderboard that we could see on Championship Sunday. And obviously our regular NA residents towards the top side of that leaderboard as well, Cold and Acorn. And I want to talk about them just a little bit as well. You know, you saw Peak and Vico, but we're going to see them here again because the battle bus is ready. Let's get this last and final game underway.
It has been a beautiful day so far of matches containing our 50 teams here in the upper bracket. Some of the strongest teams even from their respective regions, but only 25 can actually break through and guarantee themselves a seat on that battle bus for Championship Sunday. We've seen a handful of them in the top 10 feeling relatively safe, but the relief can't come quick enough for those teams just outside the top 25.
And I can count at the top of my head at least 3 of these off-spawn battles that would decide if a team goes towards the lower bracket or at least gives themselves a chance to get to that top 25 to earn that Championship Sunday spot themselves. And this is going to be one of them. Malabuka and Thomas, Agers and Ganada, and judging by their elevation, it is on.
It's looking like Agers might have the beat on the punch, though. Agers and Kanata quicker as far as the drop is concerned. Opening of the chest, but it's a tactical DMR here that Kanata's got to work with, trying to break Thomas's initial build. Agers going to follow it up with the Maven Auto. That's going to be Thomas down for the count. 1 knock already. Agers taking full advantage of the Siphon as well. And another benefit is the weapons that came with it.
Yeah, basically gave himself, you know, a full loadout minus the heals, and you see Malabuka now on the run, grabs that slurp truck, and now he has decisions to make. Do I try to fight the 2v1 while I have the underhand, or do I go ahead and try to disengage and just already see it on the mini-map? He's just trying to survive. Even though they did lose the off-spawn battle, they know they have their spot secured, so now it's just for bragging rights.
Extremely unlikely that we see Malabuka try to lap back anytime soon here at the racetrack. He knows that it's going to take some time before Agers and Kanata fully clear this area out. And if he wants to get Thomas's reboot card, he might force himself into waiting. But the wait is over as far as threats and Booga are concerned. That's going to be a quick elimination to start things off for a team that desperately needs it.
Yeah, you see Threats taking advantage of what is usually a triple chest on the side of that mountain. Mixing goes down. That's not only important points for Booga and Threads, that's a Storm Surge to really give themselves a little bit of a cushion, because we know that's not going to be enough. But another one of our off-spawn battles that are paramount for team success. King and Phaser, Cowgamer 7-man, shots are being fired. Phaser's going to quickly disengage. He doesn't want to give up too much. He wants a chance to heal. You see, he has big pods, and if King can get to him, that'll allow him to heal up as well.
But even with the ball card, Phaser, he can't charge into it just yet, unless Cowgamer and 7-man have it in their best interest to just prioritize that. But King applying a little bit of pressure here in the distance. Keep in mind the resources, though. Build's not looking the best as far as 7-man. Cowgamer again.
Oh, ik heb het koud. Zo raar op de bek. Hè? Oh, ik heb het koud. Minuten qualifying. Ik heb echt nul practice.
Okay, recommend taking wet tyres in the current conditions.
Oké. Oké. Leuk. Snap ik. Dat wordt er ook niet beter op.
Take it easy to start with, the track's very wet.
Leuk. Ja. Vind ik heel leuk. Fuck. Oh. Leon is het. Bandjes zijn heel koud. Nee, ik bedoel heel koud. Ja, leuk. Oh mijn god. Ja, je moet goed afremmen.
Okay, heavy rain will be staying with us for a while now, at least a 20-minute window of heavy rain. Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now. Okay, we can take you this lap. Understood. Stopping this lap.
Hoe bedoel je?
That was a big one. Confirm you're okay, please.
Oh, klootzooi.
Lord, no! Crashes into sleep. It's just sat. No, that wasn't Norris. Apology. Norris, not Norris.
Oh, it's near me actually. It's neither Norris or Norris.
Safeboard retired.
Oh my lord, no!
Crashes into the pit lane.
Paul sitting here before is leading the session, so probably won't be for long. Has retired from this session. What is going on?
Alpine and Aston Martin coming up right beside each other. Is there going to be a bit of archie-barchie coming out of the pit lane? I think there is. Leon is going for the move. They're racing. Oh, and he gets the position. Bass sort of lets it go, and Leon's maybe overshot that a tiny bit.
Yeah, if you are that mate, don't worry. I think he desperately wants his car, and I'll go down. Not right now.
Dit door een lange 9 minuten.
Sometimes there are drivers who just want to whoa! Just boss right now. What should he be thinking? Racing moving on.
I think Bass is thinking, what is this Aston Martin doing? I also think that he's going, oh, I'm going to have to raise my teammate. I'm very happy. We need to see that he's going, oh, I'm going to have to raise my teammate. I'm very happy.
They're very happy to not race each other right now. As we watch our championship leader derby now, going into the Scar chicane. Now, this is something else on this last lap. This last lap wasn't quite well expected to do.
But I'll tell you what, this is the second lap on this time. That will definitely put him into this on 3. We need to see if you can get any more though, because I'm afraid 1 second won't cut it for pole. Well, provisional anyway. Let's see what he can do as he goes around the parabolic there.
He's really switching the bits, but it will be 130.9. It puts him in P3.
Still 2 tenths roughly off the pole.
We missed Felix on the P4, by the way. We have 2 world champions on the grid today. Like we usually have. Well, yeah, I'm already calling him world champion. I shouldn't. I was just getting close right now.
Well, you have to remember that he can't take British Grand Prix.
But Morris did lead him on. Oh, Morris gets a twitch there. But it wasn't really.
Yeah, 11.
Brilliant. lap. Marshall tires. Both Alpines are out qualifying. Are the conditions worse?
Do you know what? I think they just might be.
Let's watch Joseph Delay now, the Ferrari. Scary. Well, Joseph Delay is next to the line, so... Oh, he's spun! He's going to touch a barrier! Yeah, he's retired, he's crashed. Rear suspension is gone.
It's not
What a
really
chaos!
We're on with Tib right now. He's got a very decent lap right now. He is down on his delta. No, he's up on his delta. Not by a lot, but he's up.
Yeah, you see the rear tire of the Ferrari there?
Yeah. Tib's doing a good job to maintain his pace through this lap. I don't know if he's going to improve, but bearing in mind the conditions are worsening, staying on par with his lap before
He's going to spin it! He saved it! But it's not going to be an improvement for Tib. We gotta give him credit for that save.
Let's get on board with Domi right now.
He's up on his time. He's up on his time. Half a second.
But he's what do you call it? He's
invalidated. Oh, he's invalidated. Yeah.
Alright, let's get on board with Felix Stone. He's just gone fastest in the first sector.
Felix Stone.
Yeah, sorry, Felix won. Felix Stone is the is different driver.
Yeah, let's watch Felix won now, our reigning champion. Let me remind you, because new viewers probably don't know that. Also retired. 3 drivers without a time.
Is this going to be a fastest second sector as well?
It won't be a fastest second sector, but he is up on his time.
Yeah.
How far can he push it? Right now, he should be faster today.
Ja, jammer.
Kevin.
Kevin Cow. He's participated in the League First League tournament. After he joined the league, he's doing his first race. We don't really know his pace compared to used to.
From what I saw, it was alright. I'm not going to say he's going to be fighting for pole position. However,
if I recall, I watched the stream. I don't think he's faster than Felix and Bernie, but I think we could quite well.
I think we're looking in the Tib Blackberry zone with this.
Yeah. Maybe just Felix. Felix won also retired from the session. Just gone. Oh, he's crashed right there. He's crashed.
I think these conditions are worse now.
They are. Kevin Kell isn't giving up. His first lap on the board will be the 130.9, putting him in P5 for now. But Shazad goes P2 in the Red Bull.
Great lap.
Qualifying monster.
Shazad.
Starting his lap.
Start the season.
Yeah, the only one on the lap right now is now. So let's starting that up as well. But let's our P2 man in the championship, currently vice champion. But any change to that he's not. These conditions are worsening. Officially it might always bit of joke. He twitches there. He's still on it. He's still on it. I think Tib's back out. Sure. No, he's not back out.
Kevin's going another lap. Norris has just gone fastest in the second sector. Do not count him out.
By the way, Kevin is not on the lap. Also Oscar's joint. Well, someone has crashed. Crashed there. No, it's not. Someone crashed. Leon.
It's yellow flags. Right, Morris.
And Morris!
Provisional
on provisional pole! Great lap here for Morris, right when he needs it. He's on the championship battle. He's not giving this up.
Right, let's get on board with Domi right now. He's just gone fastest in the first sector. Just because Morris has gone fastest does not mean Domi is going to snatch it right back from him.
Guys, this is a battle for the championship!
Exactly.
Gfrl. Oh, lovely, lovely stuff.
Tip tires.
Yep.
We're on board with Domi as he's about to go into the Ascari chicane. Let's see how he takes it.
He's almost a second up.
This is going to be a
landslide.
Yep.
Oh, he almost spins it. He's pushing, mate. He's pushing. Yeah, I might have cursed him a bit. I wish him good luck. We don't know. No, I think it worked for him actually. I think it worked in this.
Out the front of his garage. Where is he going to go? And it's provisional pole by a tenth of a second. No, half a tenth. Barely anything in it.
We're watching Kevin
And
Kelly.
Domi's crashed. Sorry, Morris has crashed.
Interesting. Morris is still in though, but I don't think he's got enough time. No,
Morris.
P5.
They were brothers.
Asking how. Oprecht uit de punt van mijn diepste kontgat, hè. Laying uit het gebed. Oh.
10 kids in 10 years. What's the scariest thing you can think of? Steven. Women. Strippers. William.
Death.
Ryan.
Parents.
Spencer.
Spiders.
Max.
The rake.
Henry.
Snakes.
Lily. Peter.
Peter, let him cook! Ik kan heel veel ups. Ja, ik ga lekker op medium starten. Echt gewoon niet op slot, mijn mannen gaan echt dood. Kom op, dank je. Medium, soft modus. Ik vind dit goed. Kan ik mijn setup een beetje? Let's go. En ook goed baan. P8. Mensen kunnen zo niet rijden. Gewoon volle... What the fuck? Ik ga stoppen met streamen, ik moet toch nog practicen voor een andere race. Ga ik dat lekker doen.